Finish line, finish arch. That's a van parked behind the stage. That's a stage 3 feet off the ground.
All right, guys, this is Savage Race HQ video update number 4, Grandview, Texas edition. So we just had an event in Grandview, Texas. It's probably in the realm of event number 80 for Savage Race. And this was the first time we ever had to outright cancel an entire day. Had about 3,000 runners that we had to turn around. So not the greatest milestone in the world, but what I'm extremely thankful for and proud of is how the team pulled together, the way we handled things. And, you know, it's a true testament to people's who they are when you can see how they react to adversity. So that's what happened this weekend, and we saw people's true colors. And I got to say, really proud of this team. It's hard to single out individuals from this weekend because so many people went above and beyond and pulled off what has been described as a miracle of an event on Sunday. But I'm going to go through and give some commendations. It started before the event. There's 4 people who tried their hardest to get to the event and got held up in weather delays. Tommy, Josh, Mac, and Dustin. I think these guys probably spent on average about 5 hours stuck in airports, on planes, getting turned around, and they were doing everything they could to get there until we finally called them off and said, just please go home. But those guys were doing whatever they could to get to the event to help us. So thanks to those 4. Next goes out to the GoRuck folks, Cadre Dan Skidmore, and his team of GRTs. They were the first people on the scene with Lloyd Parker. They saw the river coming up. They moved equipment, they moved packets, they moved merchandise and finisher shirts all out of the flood zone. They saved a lot for us, so we owe them gratitude for what they did. Thank you, Cadre Dan and the GoRuckers. Lloyd stayed up with the GoRuck crew for safety because it was raining so hard. We really needed someone out there who knew the terrain and could hang with the GoRuckers. So that wasn't in the original plans, but Lloyd stayed up all night to be with them. And then, of course, he helped move items out of the flood in the morning. Lloyd and CJ were the duo that aggressively woke all of us up from the bunkhouse so that we could go out and help the GoRuckers and the GRTs and recover even more equipment and merch. So thanks to them. CJ, Donnie, and the water rescue crew, they really stepped up outside of their normal roles, and they helped us salvage as much as they could from the festival area. So those guys were out there just humping it, 4 or 5 in the morning, whatever time that was. These people were all out there saving our stuff. Gary Parker, since Tommy couldn't make it on Sunday, Gary Parker stepped in and just filled the role. Always the Savage Race Swiss Army knife. And you can ask that guy to do anything. So no surprise there that Gary stepped up and did that. Leslie and Gary Parker, both who, quote, did the laundry, which is a bit of an inside reference, but they know what that means. They saved a lot of our merchandise. Bo Burton for maintaining a positive attitude in the face of some serious course changes. I mean, a lot of people would have thrown their hands up in the air. The whole field crew had already put in a very hard week. It all got dumped on its head, and they had to basically start all over on Saturday morning. I got to give credit to Bo as a leader, for maintaining a positive attitude in the face of some serious course changes and for getting that done. The customer service team, I mean, talk about getting thrown for a loop. Dana, Connie, and Laura, thousands of tickets. Hundreds of tickets. I don't know, but a lot more tickets than we normally get. They've been dealing with over the weekend, responding to everybody as fast as they can, getting them transferred to new events. You know, here it is Thursday. They're still working on that stuff. And just for all the participants who may see this, they're still working through. If you haven't heard back, you will. We're getting everybody transferred. Dana, Connie, and Laura are working through that. To Lee, Steve, and Scotty, they came together to execute a new parking plan. We had to move our whole parking lot. Those guys are absolute beasts. They didn't bat an eye. They just moved everything. They remarked the whole parking area on Saturday, and we executed it on Sunday. It was almost as if that was the original plan. To Sean Walters for always staying calm, cool, and collected and directing the event. Sean's really showing that he's turning into a great leader. I think we're really lucky to have him on the Savage Race team. To Laura and Alex, they had to completely reset their tents. They're another group of people that just had to do their job twice or 3 times that weekend. The information tent, all the race packets, they had to move those in, move them out, and back in again. Rachel Hunt, and the volunteers, including Melissa Hall and others who were there, they put in a lot of work on Saturday to get us ready for Sunday. So thank you, I was very impressed with the way Rachel managed those volunteers and got so much work done. Jessica Poppy, who didn't get in until 4 a.m. and then CJ woke her up at about 5. So she got probably an hour or two of sleep, and then she was right out there in the barn helping Rachel and the volunteers. So impressive. On Saturday, Richard and Steve stood at the venue entrances, and as participants who didn't get the memo that we were canceled, as they were trickling in, they were graciously explaining to them what happened, keeping them from entering the unsafe festival area. And then back to Bo and Lee, just both of those guys. Positive field leadership. They've got an always get it done no matter what attitude. That really helps the rest of the team. When you see the guys out there doing some of the hardest jobs, just keeping the smile on their face and going and getting after it and getting done. It's hard for anyone else to make an excuse because they're out there doing it. So what are you doing? And so I think that their positive field leadership really transfers over and empowers the entire team. So thank you guys. The rest of the field crew, Scotty, Jake, Will, and Richard, on top of all the other things they had to do, they repaired equipment that got wet in the flood. They helped reset the festival and generally just did whatever was asked of them. And all around, the whole thing, it was just an all-around effort of everyone just getting together and getting things done. Not a lot of people asking questions or whining about, this isn't my job description or what I have to do. This is the Savage team. Everybody had our core values at heart, and they went out there and they just got the event done. It was as if it was the original plan. And last but certainly not least, I was very impressed by the outpouring of support from the community. Sure, there was more than a few people that are holding this cancellation against us, but the overwhelming majority of our community took this in stride and provided positive feedback, and we can't wait to see all those folks again at the next event. So with that, I'm going to close out this video, but thanks to you all.